This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are coming to you live from Bill Tipton Field on the campus of Carl Albert High School, where we have a wonderful matchup for you today between the Carl Albert Titans and the Noble Bears. Hello, everyone. I'm Jordan Ray. You can see right now joining me to my left is Jared Price. Let's go ahead and look at the district standings here. So Carl Albert beat Noble yesterday at Noble High School, and they have now clinched the district title with a record of 13-0. They're going to look to make that undefeated. It's the first district championship they've actually won in for regular season since Ryan Whiteley became their head coach. This is, of course, Coach Whiteley's third season here. So, Jared, with the district championship already clinched for Carl Albert, they are throwing Cash Ferris on the mound here. What's important about this game for the Titans?
Well, it's nice that they won district, so congratulations to them, first of all. But with the playoffs right around the corner, you still want to stick to your routine and keep everything sharp and don't change anything up. They've played really, really well so far, and you want to keep that going heading into the playoffs and not change your mindset at all.
Yeah, so what's interesting is let's talk more about the pitcher. We'll show you this lineup here soon. But Cash Ferris pitching, he did come back and pitched a couple innings last Tuesday. We were talking about that on the air last week during the Guthrie game. And you kind of been you're familiar with this situation. Of course,
sure.
You said you work with him here. He did also pitch a little bit over the weekend.
Okay.
It was either Friday or Saturday, I forget which day. And obviously, they're going to count on him in one of the important district games. You got to win, 3 games or more to get the district to get to state, and then they'll probably, they're going to depend on him the following weekend if they play 3 games. So, what's important for Cash in this, to as far as getting back into a rhythm? Yeah,
for him, that's awesome that he's able to take the mound again. He's going to be a guy that they're going to rely on. He's pitched in the big games, and he's been in the big moments, and he's obviously a big-time arm talent. So he needs to take this as a playoff outing as much as he can and sharpen everything up because they're going to need him in a couple of weeks.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with more of the starting lineups and the game itself. It's the Bears and the Titans, the 2 top teams in the district right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business, and always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell. Call them at 405-642-8558.
Do you want to start?
I want to start a car mechanic shop.
Let's say we go to Scissor Tip.
Ready to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
You got it.
I think she was from Rose State.
1, 2, 3.
Woo-hoo!
Congratulations, Rose State college graduates.
All right, welcome back to Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Oh, we're about to play this national anthem again. All right, let's first go over the starting lineups here as we're about to start here. Starting lineups brought to you by Sherpa Moving. They're located in Edmond, but they serve Midwest City, and they're a local full-service moving company. They offer packing, unpacking, special handling services, and more. Their team is experienced and knowledgeable and help you get through what is usually a difficult time. I know it is for me when I move. Sherpa Moving, for all your moving needs, at 401 West 33rd Street, Edmond. Call them at 405-724-8750. First, we'll bring you the Noble batting order. Leading off is center fielder Bryson Carey. Batting second is third baseman Colton Williams. The pitcher is Jackson Steele. He's batting third. Weston Randolph, the cleanup hitter, is the shortstop as well. Trevor Hand, former Midwest City Bomber, batting fifth and catching. Trent Shortez, the first baseman, batting sixth. Batting seventh, Chaz Whitmire, the second baseman. And Trevor Rudd, playing left field, batting eighth. And batting ninth, a DH. The DH bats ninth for Noble. That's Hayden Clement. He's only a freshman. For the Carl Albert Titans, in the field, looks like this. The outfield from left to right. Mason Novotny, Tylen Hallman, Easton Perkins. The infield from left to right. Sammy Gonzalez at third. Interestingly enough, Declan Murphy at shortstop, moving Hutch Russell to second, moving Mr. Randall to first from the positions they usually play. And the battery for the Titans. The catcher, Easton Harless, and the pitcher, about to show him right now, Cash Ferris. And we're certainly hoping that Cash is on top of his game because, Jared, when he is on top of his game, he is electric.
Man, he's probably one of the better arms in the state when he's at his best. You're going to see a pretty electric fastball and a really good slider to go off of that. Just glad to see him back out there and get back into his starting routine and be ready for a late playoff push.
The other thing I'm glad to see for Carl Albert is that Mason Novotny is able to play in the outfield. There was some doubt about that earlier in the season, that he would have to DH, and that allows, now that he's out in the outfield, Tanner Norman to DH. You want those bats, both of them. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm glad Mason's back. He took a couple of, got a couple of tough breaks, but he's going to be a guy they can rely on in the playoffs.
So again, there's Cash Ferris on the mound, and the first batter he will face from Noble is Bryson Carey. And here we go. We're ready to start the game between the Bears and the Titans. First pitch, good zip there at strike one. You can hear it. And he throws that velocity consistently when he's on.
Yeah, he does.
Second pitch is fouled off. Let's talk about some more of our sponsors there. Bobby Lewis foul ball. Surprisingly great rates in two locations to serve you. One in Del City, one in Choctaw, both about the same distance here to Carl Albert High School. And the top inning sponsor, of course, is Buffalo Wild Wings. We'll look forward to having the Middale Sports Report there, Buffalo Wild Wings, tomorrow. That pitched outside for a ball. Count goes 1-2. Buffalo Wild Wings, located at 5500 Tinker Diagonal, Del City. Come to Buffalo Wild Wings to support your favorite Middale Spring sports team. That could include Carl Albert's baseball team or other Carl Albert Spring sports teams.
Good battle.
Pitch is fouled off. Again, Bobby Lewis foul ball. And the thing about Noble, we have to talk about this from time to time. They moved this district last year, and I figured that the reason they did was to replace Piedmont.
Okay.
I mean, it kind of works out that way because, the Titans lost two good district rivals in Piedmont and McGuinness.
Yeah.
So Noble and Carl Albert, the fact they're playing now means they were both in preseason 1 and 2 ranking-wise. Ferris's 2-2 delivery. Catches the outside corner, strike three. That is a Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout for Cash Ferris, and one away. I'll tell you, when he locates that, good night.
Yeah, it's tough to hit. It looked like he went to a couple of off-speed and didn't quite get him out front, so he just went back to the heater and froze him on it.
Next for Noble's Colton Williams, the third baseman. Ferris' pitch is a bit high, ball one. Is that a breaking pitch there? Slider
yes.
look like?
Yes. Yeah, when he can throw that for a strike, it's really, really tough to hit.
Well, he almost got Colton Williams to offer at that, but he just checked his swing, so the count goes 2-0.
There's another one there.
Strike one. Makes the count go 2-1. Some interesting district games going on throughout 5A as we hope to help get closer and closer to finding the matchups for next week's regional. Carl Albert will host. That pitch is fouled off. Good chance Noble will too.
Yep.
We're going to be all over that with both Noble hosting. If they do, they host Midwest City as the top team, and we want to go there for that.
Yep.
And Carl Albert will have Another regional that they host.
Good pitch.
Swing and a miss. That's a swing and a miss strikeout. So Ferris with one of each, looking really good so far.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's two batters in a row. He's just went back to the heater to finish them off, and it looks sharp.
So now Jackson Steely, the other pitcher, is going to be hitting here. And Catch Ferris gets ahead with a strike there, 0-1. Noble yet to put anything in play. They fouled off some pitches, and that's about it. Outside ball one. Noble wins this game. They're definitely a 2 seed. That's what they're playing for. That pitch is sliced to right field.
Good play.
And we got a diving catch there, or a sliding catch, I should say, by the right fielder, Easton Perkins. Runs pretty well for no lineman. And that will do it for Noble in the top of the first inning. We want to remind you again that our starting lineup sponsor is Sherpa Moving. And Sherpa Moving, they are a local full-service moving company. Again, they offer packing, unpacking, and special handling services. Experienced, knowledgeable. They got some strong guys that work there that can help you with your moving. You get some smart guys as well. Call them at 405-724-8750. Okay, let's look at the Carl Albert Titan batting order here. Declan Murphy leading off, playing shortstop. Sammy Gonzalez batting second at third base. Hutch Russell is playing second base but still batting third. Tanner Norman, the DH, batting cleanup. Easton Perkins will back him up, batting fifth. He's in right field today. Mr. Randall, batting sixth, is at first base. Mason Novotny batting seventh in left field. Easton Harless, the catcher, is batting eighth. And the center fielder batting ninth is Tylen Holman. Cash Ferris will be DH'd for in this game. Here are the Noble fielders. From left to right, Trevor Rudd, Bryson Carey, Seth Wilson are your outfielders. Your infielders from left to right, Colton Williams, Weston Randolph, Chaz Whitmire, Trent Shortez, the first baseman, and the battery for Noble is Trevor Hand, catcher, and Jackson Steely is the pitcher. Steely only a sophomore, and he's going to be thrown to the lion's den, which we've talked about this some off the air. This is such a senior-loaded team this year for Carl Albert.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a big opportunity for him to get thrown in the fire against a really, really good team in 5A, and it'll definitely benefit him in the long run.
Yeah, he figures to be, even if he was to somehow struggle in this one, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But one of the pitchers they'll use in the regionals next week.
Yeah.
Declan Murphy leading off. Right now he's playing shortstop. It tells you what they think of Declan Murphy. Not only is he was their Monday pitcher again yesterday, pitched great against Noble, but then when he can play the field, they'll put him at shortstop, a spot that's been manned for years by Hutch Russell.
Yep. Yeah, heck of an outing yesterday from Declan to clinch the district title.
Yeah, I mean, he might take the role of ace right now.
Certainly have a plethora of options on the mound going into the playoffs.
And Murphy puts one in play. This is not fielded cleanly by the shortstop, Weston Randolph, and Carl Albert gets the leadoff man on board. Probably ruled an error, you think?
Certainly seemed like a routine play.
Yeah, I'd agree. So next up for Carl Albert, batting second as he usually does, Sammy Gonzalez. We know you're doing well when he's probably your third pitcher.
No kidding. Sammy's a good all-around ball player.
Takes a hack on the first pitch.
Yep.
Swings and misses, 0-1. This is the Rose State bottom of the inning. Rose State College. Parents want to save money on college? Help your student get ahead by earning college credit in high school. It's called concurrent enrollment. Go to rose.edu/concurrent for more info. Pitch outside for a ball. And the top two teams in the district playing here. So both have great expectations to get to state. And Gonzalez puts this one in play to left field. That's Trevor Rudd, who gets under it for a catch in the out. And one away here in the bottom of the first inning. All All right, here comes Hutch Russell, and he told me he does not mind playing second base.
Yeah, I think from what I've gathered and from what he said, that may end up being his college position. So I don't think he minds either position, and I think that's what he's going to end up doing for a career anyway.
Now, what's interesting about this is he usually bats behind Tanner Norman, so they're kind of switching here.
Yeah, Whiteley's going to mess around with some things and get everything just right heading into the playoffs.
That one is sliced into foul territory, and that will drop in for a foul ball, Bobby Lewis foul ball. Count goes 0-1. Hutch had a good game yesterday. I kind of like the idea of him batting ahead of Tanner because he can get on base so well.
Yeah, I think either way, that's two really tough guys to face at the 3-4, that's for sure.
Sure, you can't go wrong. Two guys are going to be playing at the next level. And
Ow.
Almost got hit. He did get hit. So Russell will take first base, and Tanner Norman will now get his chance to swing in. Here is the cleanup batter.
Early chance to drive in some runs here.
Yeah, it's just me. Hutch seems to get hit quite a bit. I guess maybe it's kind of partly how he crowds the plate.
Yeah.
Norman takes a strike. He's gotten off the schneid. He didn't play great at the plate last week against Guthrie, the game we did. But Carl Albert's exploded on offense since then, and he's a part of it. That pitch is low, ball one. They got to be careful about the runners. That's, of course, Trevor Hand behind the plate. His first 2 years of high school ball were at Midwest City High School. His dad was the O-line coach, and he was the C on the football team. C as in center. That ball is pulled foul. Bobby Lewis foul ball, and count goes to 1-2. So here's Steely.
Shorty, how you doing, buddy?
Trying to pitch out of a jam here. The 1-2 delivery. High ball two.
If y'all want to come down this way, you sure?
Tried to bring a breaking ball in around the outside and just missed.
It's just me and my music.
Yeah, didn't seem to break enough.
No.
Well, finish your nut.
But a good eye from Norman there. Steely will try to do it again on the 2-2 delivery. That ball's hit hard. That's a fair ball.
Yep.
That should drive in a run. Yep, here comes Declan Murphy. The throw is off, so Murphy will come in standing up, and Carl Albert doesn't take it very long. They are now up 1-0.
Yeah, that's a good two-strike base hit, and certainly a really helpful early run, especially with Cash on the mound.
So Carl Albert now is up 1-0. Just a good located, hard hit single for Tanner Norman, and he took advantage of batting cleanup. He has an RBI single. First pitch for Easton Perkins, he fouls off. And he's been a revelation hitting-wise, as Easton Perkins.
Yeah, he's been a big add. I think everybody knows about the top four, but
Right.
adding in another guy like that is certainly really helpful.
Yeah, because even though he's a senior, he didn't play a lot last year. I think he was hurt at the end of the season, along with the other Easton. Both runners go, and Perkins turns on this one, and it's in foul territory, and it'll be a foul ball. We'll do it again. Another Bobby Lewis foul ball. Count goes 0-2.
Yeah, as a hitter, that's a tough spot to be in. Looked like they may have had the bases took, but it's hard to give away your second strike.
Again, Jackson Steely from Noble trying to minimize the damage here. With action behind Hutch Russell there at second base, but Hutch will get back. as Weston Randolph, I believe, was the pitcher last game or the Monday game for Noble, trying to sneak up behind Hutch. Again, Perkins swinging, and again he hits a towering fly ball. This one's in play, and it is fielded by the right fielder Trevor Rudd again for out number 1, or out number 2. So here's Mr. Randall playing first base today. Be one of the faster first basemen you'll see.
Yeah.
2 outs. Probably not going to see him bunt here.
Doesn't seem
but he
like.
Could.
Certainly have to be a perfect one.
That ball is roped past the second baseman for a base hit. Hutch Russell will score easily. It'll be somewhat close play, but Hutch Russell will slide in for the second run for Carl Albert.
Big 2-out RBI from Mister there.
And Carl Albert with a 2-0 lead. You know, every time I see him go at it, he's hitting well.
Yeah.
Mr. Randall with an RBI single there.
Yeah, that's a big extra run, especially with 2 outs.
Mason Novotny now, and again, it's good that he can be playing left field here.
Yep.
He was the leadoff hitter during the stretch run for Carl Albert last year, batting 7th here.
Yeah, to get him back in the lineup, especially this time of year, is a big help.
Takes the ball in the first pitch, count 1-0. That pitch gets past Trevor Hand, and both base runners will advance. His hand just lost it in the dirt. That opens up first base, as there's now runners at second and third. 2 outs. Pitch is high, goes to 3-0 the count. And here's Steely's 3-0 delivery. That is inside for a ball, and ball 4. So walk for Novotny, and here comes the catcher for Carl Albert, Easton Harless.
Here's a good chance to really break it open early.
Yeah, good opportunity for Easton. You know, I mean, he was DH for last game. Not, of course, Carl Albert's so deep. No shame in that.
Yeah.
Takes a high ball there. And now with bases load opportunity, he can really get his confidence going at the plate here. 1-0 the pitch. Strike 1 there. Steely's got nowhere to put him.
Nope.
He's already hit someone, and he's walked someone. Can't do that here. So he wants to minimize the damage. That swung on and foul. Count goes 1-2. Another Bobby Lewis foul ball. All right, here's Steely, a chance to get out of this inning, limiting it to 2 runs here, because it could be worse. And that is a foul ball.
Good battle.
The bat. So Steely went inside there.
Yep. Any way to
Try to
battle
jam
and
him.
poke one through the infield is more than likely 2 more runs.
That is taken for. Oh, they're going to call strike 3.
Looked a little delayed there.
Yep, that's a Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout. That ends the inning. But for Carl Albert, a successful one as they played 2 runs, and they go up 2-0 on the Bears. You're watching Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Red Plains Plumbing has been offering reliable commercial and residential services to the OKC metro area for over a decade. From new construction and remodeling to residential repair, they can handle jobs of all sizes. When you need a trusted name in plumbing, it's Red Plains Plumbing. Family owned and operated. Phone 405-769-1922. That's 405-769-1922.
Welcome back to Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, Jared Price, Carl Albert heading into the Buffalo Wild Wings top of the second inning. And they already have a 2-0 lead. So some run support for Cash Ferris.
Yeah, that's big. That's big early, especially with a guy like that on the mound.
He was awesome in the first, and he got 2 strikeouts. And then a fly out to right field. But, yeah, I mean, he looked like he was in command.
Yeah, he did look sharp in the first inning. This would be a big inning right here to put up a 0 after runs. That's always what you want to try and do.
Plus, the one thing that we haven't seen yet from him is him pitching, putting several innings together here. And that's not really even the goal today. But that is something that is worth wondering about is can he go deeper into a game?
Yeah, today is a win-win situation for a guy like that, somebody coming off a kind of an injury skid and get back into his starting routine, because I would think he's going to be somebody they rely on to be a starter late in the playoffs.
Yep. Winston Randolph, first pitch, and he grounds out to second base. Good play by Hutch Russell. As he tosses it to Mr. Randall for out number 1.
Yeah, 1 pitch out there is awesome.
That'll help him go deeper in the game. But and we talked about this a little bit. As Trevor Hand, now the batter for Noble, their starting catcher. Again, a former Midwest City Bomber. So we have called his games before here. In fact, he had a controversial play at the plate as a catcher in a very close game 2 years ago when these teams played. Carl Albert, I don't know if you even heard about it. They stole home to win the game 4-3. They were down, I think, 3-1 heading into the bottom of the 7th. And Trevor Hand was not happy with the call. the baseman was called safe. So he's familiar with his park. And he takes a ball. But anyway, with Cash Ferris, they want to use him this weekend. They have a really good, I think they're going up to Kansas. So they're playing some really good competition up there.
Yeah.
So they're not looking to work him a lot of innings this game. Strike there. Or no, there's a ball, so it's 2-0. That ball's grounded to Hutch Russell. And, he booted it. Not something you normally see from the Hutch.
No, it doesn't seem like that was a pretty routine play. It looked like it got caught up in the dirt maybe and took a bad hop on him.
So that's our second error of the game, as Noble has one as well. Call that an E4, and Trent Shortis will come up to bat for Noble as they have their first base runner. Short is a sophomore. Inside pitch from Ferris for a ball. Noble will definitely, again, I'll say this a few times, they will clinch a 2 seed as they go back to first if Noble can win this game. But Carl Albert is the district champions no matter what. They clinched that yesterday. Squaring to bunt, and they may have the base runner to pickle here. Nobody got back in safe. What do you think there? Could the execution have been a little better?
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to simultaneously get him running and try and get a bat on it there, but I think as soon as Harless came up and fired it to second, he immediately ran back to first. Not much you can do there.
Yeah. It did look for a second he was going to be hung up.
Yep.
Nope. Pitches outside for a ball, and that actually makes the count 2-0. And this is Shortez, the batter. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Makes the counts 2-1 now. And make that 2-2. Well, that's a really good location there from Cash.
Yeah, it's a good pitch. Looked like the slider there, and slider 2-1 for a strike is a really, really tough pitch to hit.
All right, can Cash get the strikeout? The 2-2 delivery. High ball 3, so we got a full count.
Like he tried the slider again there and just missed high.
With 1 out. That should be a courtesy runner for Trevor Hand. So he may be taking off here.
Good
Swung
pitch.
on and missed. We'll show that to you again on the East Side Church of Christ instant replay. See, just very good breaking movement from Cash.
It was full count. You gotta, as a hitter, you gotta think he's coming with a fastball there, and it's hard to lay off a really good slider like that.
So here's Chaz Whitmire batting now. Still runner at first. They go back to first, and he's safe. Mr. Randall thought he had it. There's Chaz Whitmire trying to get his name there. 2 outs here. Ball 1 in the dirt. So we got 3 strikeouts now for Cash Ferris.
Yeah, he will certainly strike out his fair share, that's for sure.
Yep. Of course, I forgot to mention his Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout. Runner goes, swung on and missed. Harless's throw to second, not in time. And the count goes 1-1. So Noble with 2 outs. They get a courtesy runner into second base. That should be, I believe, Dawson Davis, I believe, is the base runner there. I was told he was going to be the courtesy runner for Trevor Hand.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to pick out of the dirt and come up and try and make a good throw there.
1-1 delivery.
Good pitch.
Got on the outside corner, strike 2. Yeah, Cash has to have a good strike-to-ball ratio right here. He's not gotten to 3 balls, I don't believe, on any hitter. And he's heading the count here, 1-2. Swung on the dirt, strike 3, but it went past Harless, and both base runners advanced, so no outs there. It'll be another strikeout for Cash, but
yeah, that's
not an out.
Yeah, that's a really, really good pitch and a tough pitch to keep in front, but that's certainly a tough break for the Titans there.
So Trevor Rudd down the batter. He was actually going to bat higher in the order when I talked to their coach earlier, but they moved him down some. Pitch is low. Ball 1. At some point we hope to update you on some district scores on the west side. That'll help determine who plays who and where. Elgin and the other preseason 1 versus 2 game, Elgin and Duncan are playing for first place. One 0 the count. Here's the pitch to Rudd. They go back to first. But Whitmire gets back safely. So runners at the corners for Cash Ferris, trying to get out of that. Bit of a half swing there. That's going to be a Bobby Lewis foul ball. Bobby Lewis surprised the grade rates with 2 locations to serve you in Choctaw and Del City. So that's going to be strike 1.
Yeah, this will be a big jam to get out of for Cash, especially after a drop third strike.
Yeah, that could be demoralizing. Really, no hits for Noble. Just thanks to a drop strike 3, a strike 3 in the dirt, that pitch is going to be fouled off and an error. Cash has to deal with 2 base runners that are not on him. And the count here 1-2. Now we'll see if we can finish off the inning here. Pitch is high. The runner goes. They're trying to steal home, and they will. Way to manufacture a run for Noble. It's a little surprised Harless threw that.
Yeah, seems like. And if you're going to, it didn't look like he fully committed to throwing that down. If you're going to, you got to fully let it rip and try and tag him out there. But that's a run scored with no hits there. So that's kind of tough for Cash.
Yeah, not an earned run, for whatever that's worth. But you're thinking about the game, though.
Yep.
Now Noble's a base hit away from tying this thing. Two-two delivery.
Good
Swung
pitch.
on and missed, strike three. That's actually 3 strikeouts for Cash Ferris. One of them did not count for an out, but another Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout there as you see it on the Eastside Church of Christ instant replay. And we have played 1.5 innings. Noble does get a run, though, so they're back in this thing. 2-1, Carl Albert leads right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
Red Plains Plumbing has been offering reliable commercial and residential services to the OKC metro area for over a decade. From new construction and remodeling to residential repair, they can handle jobs of all sizes. When you need a trusted name in plumbing, it's Red Plains Plumbing. Family owned and operated. Phone 405-769-1922. That's 405-769-1922.
Here we are with Middle Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network, a Rose State bottom of the second inning. Taking a strike there is Tylen Holman, who's become the everyday center fielder for Carl Albert.
It'd be nice to get that run back here.
Yeah, let's see if he can get on to set up the top of the order. Showing that there's actually a 2-1 count now. He puts that one in play, and he will. Didn't see what happened. Oh, he got safe. It's an infield single.
Yeah, he picked it in the hole over there and tried to make a long throw over, but he beat it out pretty easy.
All right, so for Carl Albert, they get the leadoff batter aboard, and they are back to the top of the order.
Exactly what you want there to try and get that run back.
Here's Declan Murphy. Murphy reached base on an error and scored a run. Go back to first. Holman gets back easily. You would assume if he's a center fielder, he can run. Will he take off here? Curveball outside, ball one.
He may try, but you don't want to take the bat out of Declan's hands, especially no out, stop the lineup coming up.
Yeah. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to second. Whitmire goes to second for the force, and they get a double play. Good execution by Noble.
Yeah, it was.
Not often you see a ground ball double play, but this will go down as a 4-6-3.
Yeah, that was pretty smooth there. That was a good turn.
That's Whitmire to Randolph to Shortez. And now we go with 2 outs to Sammy Gonzalez, the batter for Carl Albert. Yeah, don't expect the leadoff hitter to ground double play, but hit it right to second baseman.
Yep.
That pitch is fouled off for a strike. then strike 2 called. Gonzalez swung his first 2 pitches he saw. He flew out to right, first pitch swinging last inning. Takes outside there for a ball. Looks like Steely's trying to work quick here.
Yeah.
Giving him 2 runs last inning. Trying to get out of it here with a 1-2-3 inning that includes a double play. That pitch is high, ball 2. Gonzalez gets back in the batter's box. Takes that pitch high, ball 3. So full count for Sammy. Gonzalez stays alive.
Yeah, Sammy's.
Good job staying alive. That was a good pitch.
Sammy's never going to go down easy. I think we know that.
Nope. One reason he's batting second is he's a good 2-strike hitter.
That's right.
Full count, and again he fouls it off. Fouls that over the Noble dugout. And we'll do it again. Ground ball. Oh, he ripped that one past the second baseman for a base hit. As the P announcer said, that's a screaming single from Sammy.
Yeah, that's a great at-bat from Sammy there.
Eastside Church of Christ instant replay. And here comes Hutch Russell. So after the double play, the Titans get another base runner back.
Almost got hit again.
Yeah, I think maybe is Noble trying to kind of get him off the plate some?
Yeah, it looks like he's up on the plate pretty good.
1-0 now the count. Pitch low, ball 2. Tanner Norman due up. Norman had an RBI single. You know, Steely wants to avoid him this inning.
Yeah.
Inside pitch is fouled away. For another Bobby Lewis foul ball. Bobby Lewis, surprisingly great rates at 2 locations to serve you. The Choctaw phone number is 405-281-6700. The Del City phone number is 405-670-3665. Count now 2-1. They go back to first, and Gonzalez gets back in time. Jackson Steely giving up a couple runs first inning. One of them came via an error. Trying to hold the Titans scoreless here. He's going to give some extra attention to Sammy right now.
Yeah, I think Sammy might try and find his way in a scoring position here.
That pitch catches the top part of the strike zone, and 2-2 is now the count. Two and two, 2 outs, second inning, 2-1, Carl Albert. Go back to first. Gonzalez gets back plenty of time there. Trent Shortez, the first baseman for Noble, keeping him on, or playing on the bag, I should say.
Good battle.
Russell fouls that one off. Stays 2-2. Again, Tanner Norman on deck. Pitch is high there, ball 3. And now Sammy Gonzalez will be taken off.
Yeah, this will be nice for Hutch to find a way on, give Tanner another chance to drive in a run.
So Shortez not holding on Gonzalez here. We'll see how big of a lead he gets. He's taken off, and he'll head back to first. I believe that's a foul ball. Will stay in play for Noble. It goes to the Carlbert bullpen, and it will be another Bobby Lewis foul ball, and that's it. We'll do it again. So when you know it's a full count, 2 outs, base runner's going to take off. If you're a defense, do you consider trying to maybe sneak in on him one?
You could certainly try one, but usually the rule of thumb on full count 2 outs is to hold your position and just try and get the out at first.
Yeah, not worry about the base runner.
No.
All right, was going to take off again here. Another full count pitch.
Got hit again.
And that hit him. If it didn't hit him, Gonzalez might be able to take third. I don't think Hutch minds that because, I mean, it didn't look like a breaking pitch. Hit him in the backside. Doesn't hurt as bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2 at-bats and 2 times getting on base. I think he's going to be okay with that. That's 2 really good at-bats in a row.
And he sets up Tanner Norman, who came through with 2 on
to
get an RBI single his last at-bat. Scoring Declan Murphy there. Now
this could be a big spot here.
Now it's Sammy Gonzalez at second, Hutch Russell at first. And right away we got a foul ball as Norman takes a good hack on the first pitch. Have you ever, when you were at Carlbert, did you ever DH a game?
I don't think of all the times that I played, I DH'd any.
I wonder if it's a different feel for a player when you're used to playing the field like Norman. That pitch in the dirt, but not too far from Trevor Hand, so we'll just be ball 1.
Yeah, I know some guys that have gone both ways. It's kind of nice to be able to just focus on your hitting, but for me, I like to be out in the field and kind of get a flow of the game and be on and off the field and make a few plays on defense, then come back in and keep my game rhythm and try and put together a good at-bat.
I'll have to ask Tanner how he feels about DH, and I'm sure he appreciates the chance, the rule, but
he's
used to playing first base, and he gets hit. That's the third hit by pitch by Steely.
Yeah.
And he is playing with fire here, even after getting a double play. Thank goodness for that, for his sake.
Yeah.
And Easton Perkins, who again has been a revelation at the plate, has a chance to blow this thing open here.
Yeah, I think on Hutch and Tanner, he was just trying to get to that inside half and not let them get fully extended and drive something, and just slipped away from him and hit him.
So the base is full for Perkins. Takes the pitch there, 1-0. As that's outside for a ball, we got Sammy on third, Hutch Russell on second, Tanner Norman at first. Big cut there from Easton. I should say Easton Perkins, as there's 2 Eastons in the lineup.
Yeah.
Of course, the Carlbert football team had 3 Eastons. All seniors. 1-1. Oh, that got away from him a bit. Did it from Steely. And Perkins ducks to avoid getting hit by a pitch, which would have been an RBI, but that's not how he wants his RBI here. Fouls that one off. And the count will go 2-2. Two and two with 2 outs. Swung on and missed.
Great pitch.
Perkins ran to first as if the ball hit the dirt, but that's not the call. That's a Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout. At Dynamic Health Clinic, Dr. Coppin specializes in athletic injuries and is able to get athletes back in action very quickly using a system called Advanced Muscle Integration. So it turns out no runs for Carl Albert, even though 4 guys reached base that inning, and it remains 2-1. You're watching Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Red Plains Plumbing has been offering reliable commercial and residential services to the OKC metro area for over a decade. From new construction and remodeling to residential repair, they can handle jobs of all sizes. When you need a trusted name in plumbing, it's Red Plains Plumbing. Family owned and operated. Phone 405 405-769-1922. That's 405-769-1922.
Welcome back to Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. This is the Buffalo Wild Wings, top of the third inning. Cash Ferris on the mound, the Oklahoma State commit, Oklahoma State signee, as you were talking about, right?
Yep.
How good is that?
Man, that's awesome for him. He, I think, committed before the season last year, and then
before he ever played for Carlisle.
Yeah, and then signed this school year. That's a really, really cool thing for him. Regardless of how it ends up panning out, that's a really, really cool thing, and I'm certain that it's a dream come true, or he's told me that's a dream come true to sign a Division I scholarship, and we certainly hope all the best for him.
Goes even in the count. He's going up against a freshman here, I believe, Hayden Clement. What a tough spot for a high school freshman to be in.
Yeah.
And Clement gets some good metal on that aluminum as it fouls it off into the Noble bullpen or near it. But that's a strike. Count goes 1-2. As the ninth place hitter, I bet Cash is very confident about this one. Let's see. Yep.
Yeah, good pitch.
Just blew it by him for another Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout.
Yeah.
This instant replay here.
I like him going back to the fastball there, not messing around with anything else.
So he gets one out, and that pitch is outside. Bryson Carey, who also struck out here. So I have, by my count, 6 strikeouts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we mentioned, with his stuff, he'll strike out his fair share.
That one's put into play. Hutch Russell gets some pounces on it and gets the easy out at first base. Well, if you don't get a strikeout, the next best thing, or maybe even a better thing, actually is a out on the first or second pitch.
That's right.
So Noble will now bring up their second place hitter. This is Colton Williams. Pitch outside the zone for a ball. Catches the inside corner for a strike. Check this swing. They call it strike. I think that's a good call. I think head went around a bit. Or was that I think that was a called strike anyway? It looked like it was on the check swing.
I think either way that would have been a strike there.
So now a chance to end things here, and that pitch inside for a ball. So 2-2 the count with 2 outs. No one on base for Noble.
I'd like him to go back to the fastball here.
Let's see if he does. Yep. It was down, but count goes full. Now, I think this is the first time someone's gotten to ball 3 for Noble.
Yeah.
And it is called strike 3, so a strikeout looking. Another Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout. And now we play 2.5. You're watching Carl Albert Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
Welcome back to Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Through 2.5 innings, Carl Albert leads Noble by a score of 2-1. This is a Rose State bottom of the third inning. So Mr. Randall will be batting now. He had an RBI single his last at bat.
Yeah. Shown to be the difference so far.
That's right. 2 outs, some 2-out damage from Carl Albert there. Steely's first pitch there is a ball. And Randall hits it to the hole near the shortstop. No chance. No chance to get Randall with his speed.
Yeah.
As Weston Randolph could only field it and couldn't do much else with it. So an infield single for Mr. Randall. Next up for the Titans will be Mason Novotny. And playing left field, after hurting his shoulder earlier in the season, squaring to bunt. And that's outside, I believe, called for a ball. It's interesting to see Novotny. He's got speed. He was the center fielder last year.
Yeah.
He was leaded off. He was the leadoff hitter, I'm trying to say. They look back Randall. So they got to think about Randall here. Meanwhile, timeout, I believe, called by Novotny, talking to the head coach, Ryan Whiteley. What do you think this could be about?
I think he's just trying to talk him through what he's thinking about, if he's going to bunt and where to put it and all that type of stuff. Probably be smart and make him throw strikes here. But Mason's a tough out if he puts a bunt in the right place as fast as he is.
Well, Noble's got to think, hey, you want to throw something high here, right?
Yeah.
Something high and hard. That gets past Trevor Hand, and without a bunt, Mr. Randall will be able to easily take second on the wild pitch, and it's ball 2. It's kind of like right there, Novotny just kind of baited Steele into throwing it high and too high.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to do to throw a strike to a bunting hitter.
Yeah. Still squaring the bunt. Gets off a good one here.
Safe.
And they're not going to be able to make a throw to first. Steely bobbled it. So would you call that a bunt single?
Yes, I definitely would. That's perfect execution there. And now there's a big spot here for the Titans to get some runs.
Hey, you got to love the small ball in this inning. 2 batters, 2 singles. Neither one of them past the infield. So here is Easton Harless. He struck out with the bases loaded. Here he is again with 2 batters, or 2 base runners. Runners at the corners here. He squares to bunt and holds it back, and again it's a ball.
Yeah, you might see some more small ball here, either a bunt or Mason may try and take second.
Well, if they keep trying to throw out of the zone when you're square to bunt, yeah, that could lead to another wild pitch.
Yeah.
You know? Again, squaring to bunt. And that's a good bunt. They are going to go home, and they got him. So it was not as good of a bunt as I originally said, but we'll look at this one again. So what do you think of the play at the plate?
It looked like he grabbed it and was initially going to throw it to first, and I think Mister thought he was going to go to first, and would have been perfect timing for him to slide in. That's a pretty good defensive play there.
Yeah, Trent Short as the first baseman for Noble. Give him credit.
Yeah.
He initially wanted to go to first. He kind of hesitated, but he had plenty of time actually because he fielded that bunt so quickly. So it looked off the bat like it was going to be a really good bunt.
Yeah, it was a good bunt. That was a heck of a defensive play.
Yeah.
Tough break for the Titans there.
So they're bottom of the order showing good bunts, but couldn't get a run out of it yet. As Mr. Randall thrown out at first, or home. Puts one out there. The count now 1-0. They look the runner back at second. That is Novotny. And the batter's Tylen Holman. So again, and he got on base, I believe, with a infield single.
Good pitch.
There's Tylen Holman, takes a strike there.
Tell you what, after the first inning, I've liked the way that Steely has battled. It's not a tough lineup to work your way through, especially as a young kid.
So many seniors, and you're going to see coach for Noble come out. I don't know if that's the pitching coach or the head coach, but the entire infield's coming to talk to him.
I would assume he's just going to give some ideas on possible maybe another bunt situation, or if they take off and try and steal, just kind of reassuring everybody on where they need to be, and probably give Steely some advice on how to pitch to Tylen.
Yeah, you have, because with one out, you still have to be aware of a possible bunt.
Yes.
Or some type of movement on the base pass during the pitch there. And we talked about this off the air. It's a good experience for Noble because they're a young team, and no matter how this game goes, good or bad, they wouldn't have to worry about Carl Albert again until the state championship game if they got that far.
Yeah.
And Carl Albert got that far. As you figure they would be seated on the opposite side of the brackets. That's usually how it works. So 1-1 the count. This is, again, Holman the batter. Checks his swing, ball's in the dirt, so good hold there by Tylen. And the count goes 2-1.
Yeah, that was a good block. He lets that go by. You probably got two runners in scoring position there. Takes the double play out of order.
Well, Trevor Hand's been a baseball catcher, varsity catcher, starting since he was a freshman. So.
Yeah, you can tell.
And that pitch is low, ball 3. Well, now you got to, if you're Steely, you got to be aggressive here. You don't want to walk the bases loaded and then get to the top of the order again. Third time through, in fact. The Titan base runners take off. They do not, and it's ball 4.
Good at bat from Tylen there.
Yeah. Tylen Holman, he's one of the, or Tylen Holman, sorry, he's one of the newer players as far as playing on an everyday basis for Carl Albert, so we're not as used to him as we are some of the other seniors. But now top of the order to a junior for Carl Albert, but a very experienced one in Declan Murphy.
Yeah, this could be a big spot here for Carl Albert.
Murphy grounded into a double play with one out. There's ways to get double plays for Noble. There is a force on every bag. Count now 1-0. And that ball is hit to the shallow part of right field. Oh, they have it out at third, I think. No, never mind. The base runner didn't go. So no one will advance, and that's going to be out number 2. Put out there by Seth Wilson of Noble. It's a big out for Noble there, too. And here comes Sammy. So we'll see what he can do with the bases loaded. Takes the pitch there for a ball. Gonzalez got a hard hit single. Almost took Steely's head off there. His last at bat, it was on a full count.
Yeah, that was a heck of an at-bat.
Yep. Works this count 2-0. The sun has come out. It is bright.
Yeah, it is. Sammy's going to try and do some damage here.
It's kind of what you can expect when the regionals start. In 9 days, that pitch is outside for ball. The regionals, what I've learned from them is you either have rain or some really hot weather.
One or the other, huh?
And we've had rainouts the last 2 times on a Thursday, so everything got moved back a day. Hoping that we can get them played on Thursday this year. Pitch is taken for a strike. All right, 3-1 for Sammy. What do you think his approach is?
He's certainly looking for something he can really drive, but he really doesn't want to chase because a walk is a run.
And that's a good pitch from Steely, strike 2.
It is. That's all right. Maybe not something that Sammy really liked here, but it's got to come to him again.
Well, Jackson Steely hasn't always looked sharp, but he has hung in there. Base runners will take off, and Sammy Gonzalez is hit, and that's going to be a run for Carl Albert. He'll take it.
Yeah, that helps there.
A hit by pitch RBI for Sammy Gonzalez. Scoring Mason Novotny. And the bases are still loaded.
That's what, the 4th hit by pitch?
That's what I got.
Which I said, I don't think he's necessarily trying to. I think he's trying to just stay away from the middle of the plate with a couple of these really good hitters.
So here is the Hutch. And he can do some damage here. Of course, he has gotten hit twice. So of the 4 hits hit by pitches, he's received 2 of them.
Yeah, I think he's going to want to put a good swing on a ball here.
Pitch outside for a ball. So Carl Albert now leads 3-1. I mean, this inning started with 2 infield hits. One of them was a bunt single. That pitch is roped foul. Bobby Lewis foul ball. All right, Hutch down the count 1-2, but he can protect the plate with the best of them.
Good take.
Also has a good eye. Just think about Hutch Russell, Sammy Gonzalez, and Tanner Norman. Everyday players since at least they were sophomores. So they're very seasoned.
Yeah.
That pitch is high for a ball. That makes the count go 3-2, I believe. Look at the official scoreboard. There it is. So the base runners will once again take off.
Yep. Ball in the gap here you'd think would score 3.
Yeah, look at Sammy's lead. Definitely would. That will be chopped foul. Bobby Lewis foul ball. If you have any insurance needs, you want to talk to Bobby Lewis.
I've seen that a couple of times now. Sammy's had a couple of full count, 2-out opportunities, and he takes full advantage of starting off running.
Again, I wonder if you could sneak in the first baseman there. But look, again, big lead.
Good
and
battle.
Again, a foul ball. So these base runners are getting their steps in. By the way, I forgot to mention, we have Jackson Webster, a freshman, courtesy running for Easton Harless. Forgot about that. I believe I've worked with his mom. I think his mom is an assistant coach at Move City Girls Basketball. And Hutch Russell is hit again. This is unbelievable. And again, he doesn't look like he's in any pain by any of them, for those hit by pitches. But just amazing to see this many hit by pitches, and 2 of them directly lead to runs. This will be an RBI for Hutch Russell. And I think Noble's going to make a pitching change here.
Yeah, it might be time for it. I thought Jackson Steely really battled, though.
Yeah, I agree. 4-1 now the score. Now, I think this is the second mound visit this inning. It's been so long, I can't keep track. So doesn't this have to be a pitching change?
Yes, I believe so. It looks like the third baseman is taking some of his tape and other accessories off, and I think he's going to come and do the pitching duties.
A lot of times what you'll see in these situations in 5A baseball or lower is no substitutions, just moving some guys around.
Yeah.
Third baseman that Jared is talking about is Colton Williams. So we'll have to see if the fielding looks here or if they just switch spots. Weston Randolph, the shortstop for Noble, he pitched against Carl Albert yesterday in a loss. It's Colton Williams pitching now. We'll go take a quick break here. You're watching Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Let's go.
Miranda.
What business do you want to start?
I want to start a car mechanic shop.
Let's say we go to Scissor Tape.
Ready to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
You got it.
I think she was from
One,
Rose State.
2, 3.
Woohoo!
Congratulations, Rose State college graduates.
All right, glad we can get this break in for you here as we are still at the bottom of the third inning. So this is still a Rose State bottom of the third inning. Carl Albert has their bases loaded for their cleanup hitter, Tanner Norman. That's why they call it the cleanup spot.
Yep.
And definitely Colton Williams is moving from third base to pitching. We'll see about the other infielders here. If it's a simple matter of Jackson Steely switching places with him.
I think that may have been it. I think I recognize the glove on Steely.
Okay, so for now we'll say, unless we see something definitively different, Steely is now the third baseman. Otherwise, everyone else is in their usual spots in their usual batting order for Noble. And for Carl Albert, Tanner Norman with a chance to really do some damage. He was hit by a pitch as well, his last at bat. Takes the first pitch there. And that in the outside corner there's strike one. So there's again Colton Williams, the pitcher. Here's his 0-1 delivery. High and outside, count goes 1-1. One thing about Tanner, he's very selective.
Yep.
1-1 pitch is low. Count goes 2-1.
Yeah, I think he's looking to do some damage here and clear the bases.
Scott Hutch Russell at first base, Sammy Gonzalez at second base. There's a center fielder Holman at first. Almost hit there. Count goes 3-1. Now, in some situations on a 3-1 count, you tell your batter to take the pitch. I don't think that'll happen here. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes anyway.
I think if it's there, he's going to try and get after it.
Yep. And he does miss it here. It's in play.
Tough play.
It's going to be a tough one, though, for the right fielder, but he comes in, the left fielder, Trevor Rudd. And he does get the out, so Noble avoids more damage as it'll be 2 runs this bottom of the third inning for the Titans. We head to the top of the fourth. 4-1 your score right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and ask yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes,
call Rob and Will.
All right, welcome back to Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. And you did find it interesting, Jared, that the Carl Albert Titans are keeping Cash Ferris out there.
Yeah, we mentioned it off the air. You kind of see both sides of it. It would be nice to, limit his pitch count, but it's not a bad idea to try and stretch him out a little bit and get that arm back in shape because I think they're going to want to use him for some extended innings in the state tournament.
So here's Jackson Steele. We listed him as a pitcher. He was the pitcher. He's moved to third base now. He's one of their better hitters if he's batting third. And he flied out to right field his last at bat. Pitches outside in the dirt, ball one. They know they got some big games out of state, this Carl Albert, this weekend. And Coach Wiley does want to use Cash Ferris in one of those games. That one's high, ball two. Good velocity there, but he missed the strike zone. Count goes 3-0. Second time he's reached 3 balls is Cash Ferris. Oh, Steele thought that was a ball. No, umpires don't like that, right?
No.
I'm surprised he did that.
No, they certainly don't.
So it's 3-1.
Another good pitch.
Steele stays in the batter's box for that pitch, and it is called a strike. Count goes full. And it's a good swing. That's in foul territory.
Tough play.
Close to foul territory. And Hutch Russell makes the catch.
Nice play, Hutch.
Hutch came over from second base. And that will be one out there after getting behind the count 3-0. And now for Noble, Weston Randolph, starting shortstop batting.
Good pitch.
Called strike one. You could hear the pop.
Yep, sure can.
Just not a common sound. You don't hear that from most high school pitchers. Just missed there, ball one. That ball is in play. It's for Cash to field, and he gets the throw in first in time.
Good play.
And that's out number 2.
It's not such an easy play there, and he made that look really smooth.
Well, when Cash is not playing, or when he's in the field and not pitching, he's an outfielder. So he's not. It's not like he's used to infield stuff when he's not pitching, unlike Declan Murphy.
Yeah. Looks like he's on a mission this inning.
So here's Trevor Hand. And Trevor Hand takes the inside pitch there. Senior catcher for Noble. This pitch is fouled off. The count actually is now 1-2.
Yep.
Bobby Lewis foul ball there. Ball is up. Count evens up 2-2. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts for Cash Ferris. And 3 2/3 innings so far. Inside, good take from Trevor Hand. Count goes full.
I think you go fastball here and make him earn it. But let's see.
Senior to senior here. And Cash Ferris gets a strikeout this inning. Another strikeout for Cash. Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout. What an outing for him. Dynamic Health Clinic, they're up in Hara, but they are worth the drive. Dr. Coppin specializes in athletic injuries and able to get athletes back in action very quickly. Play better, recover faster at Dynamic Health Clinic. We'll go ahead and take another break as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning here at Carl Albert. They're up 4-1 on Noble.
Red Plains Plumbing has been offering reliable commercial and residential services to the OKC metro area for over a decade. From new construction and remodeling to residential repair, they can handle jobs of all sizes. When you need a trusted name in plumbing, it's Red Plains Plumbing. Family owned and operated. Phone 405-769-1922. That's 405-769-1922.
Welcome back to Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, Jared Price with you here. Jared, of course, professional baseball pitcher.
Yeah.
So he knows what he's talking about. And on air, off the air.
Yeah.
What can you say about Cash? I mean, he's been tremendous.
Man, he's looked really good. It looked like he had a little different, kind of pep in his step that last inning. He was working with really, really good pace and filled up the zone. And we were talking off the air when he's really fluid with his stuff and he's up there confident. He's probably one of the better arms in the state, and you can see what the Oklahoma State Cowboys liked about him.
Here's Easton Perkins batting. First pitch outside. So that'll make the count go 1-0. Perkins struck out his last at bat. Takes a ball there. Count goes 2-0. Carl Albert, this is the third time through the batting order. It's also, of course, a new pitcher for Noble. Colton Williams, this will be his first full inning of work.
Yeah.
You figure that pitch is fouled off, strike one. Bobby Lewis foul ball. Count goes now 2-1. And he offered it something high there, hits it to center field, did Easton Perkins. And Bryson Carey will get under it for out number one.
Number 9, Mr. Randall.
Mister's had two really good at-bats today.
Yes. Playing first base, Mr. Randall. He did get tagged out at home, but he has an infield single, an RBI single, so he's 2 for 2.
Good pitch.
Takes a pitch there for a strike. Count goes 0-1.
Good
Had a
take.
duck there, and that's ball one. And Carl Albert's been hit quite a bit.
Yeah, actually looked like a curveball there. He just didn't quite spin it enough.
Next makes the count 2-0. First pitch was actually a ball.
Another hit batter.
Now he gets hit. Now that one looked like it's Smarts.
Yeah,
But
that one.
Mr. Randall's reached base all 3 times.
Yeah, looked like that one may have stung a little bit. He was a touch slow getting down to first.
Here's Novotny batting now. Novotny scored a run on, I believe, a hit by pitch. He got a bunt single his last at bat. Very impressive bunt single.
I wouldn't be so surprised if he tried again.
Yeah, you think so. You got Mr. Randall at first. You expect some type of aggression here.
Yeah, and that's something that Mason does really, really well.
Mason takes that pitch inside for a ball. But that was some good velocity there from Colton Williams.
Yeah, it looked like.
That pitch outside. Oh, and Trevor Hand, that pitch sails over the first baseman's head, that being Shortez. But good job by Seth Wilson, the right fielder, to back that one up. And that's just a ball now.
Yeah, it looked like Mister was selling out to try and get back to first, overthrew him, and it looked like he slipped a little bit trying to get back up. But you don't want to risk it and get your second out.
I thought he was definitely going to take second when that ball just sailed over short as his head. That pitch fouled off. Count goes 2-1. Carl Albert will be in Kansas this weekend, and then Monday we'll have their game against Del City, weather permitting, of course, and it will be senior night.
Which will be a large one for the Titans.
Yes, they have a big contingent of the class of 2024. It'll be a very memorable class no matter what happens the rest of the season.
Yeah, well, very decorated class.
Yeah. 3-1 now the count. They go back to first. Randall gets back in time. 3-1, one out. Do you send Mister here?
Certainly can think about it. You don't want to take the bat out of Mason's hands in a hitter's count.
He is going, and Navani puts one in play.
Tough play.
And
very good play.
It is caught. Good job by Trevor Rudd. Plenty of time for Randall to get back at first, and that's a loud and long out number 2.
Yeah, it was. Good swing by Mason there. Just happened to run underneath it. That was a really good play and left there.
So Easton Harless now the batter. Harless bunted his way onto first base. That led to the throw at the plate, and then his courtesy runner scored. That courtesy runner being Jackson Webster. Webster is a famous name in Carl Albert. You familiar with the most famous Webster from Carl Albert?
I am. We have him on our wall in the basketball hallway over at the high school. He was one heck of a ball player.
I don't know what other sports he played, but of course we're talking about basketball.
Yes, absolutely.
Of course, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't surprise me if he was good at a couple other sports, but he is the first Mid-Del McDonald's All-American. And I found footage on YouTube of this. He played in the McDonald's All-American game with Shaq.
Webster.
Of course, we're talking about Jeff Webster, former OU Sooner.
Yes.
For the viewers, that count goes high, 3-1.
Yeah, he is certainly a household name around Carl Albert High School. That is for sure.
And I believe Jackson Webster is his great nephew. So, and that is called strike 2. Ugh. Got my tongue tied there. As Harless wanted that call.
That's all right. You'd like to think he wants to hit anyway.
Yeah. Randall will take off here, and he can cover a lot of ground if Harless can put anything past the infield. Look, Randall back to first. Oh, you see that? That was a fake dive, I think, by Shortez. Or no, it wasn't. They did throw it to first.
Yeah, he did.
And is that now he's taking off? Is that a balk? I guess it's a balk.
I don't entirely know if that is.
Yeah, they're gonna talk about it. The Noble coach comes out, although he's not going to the umpire, but he's saying some things to the home plate umpire.
I'm not 100% certain of that rule. I thought the only rule was that you had to throw it, and he did throw it. He just wasn't standing on the base.
Some people up here affiliated with Carl Albert believe it's not even supposed to be a balk. So that could be a big play. So now Mr. Randall would score on just about anything past the infield from second base with 2 outs.
Don't quote me on that, but I think the rule just states if you step off and make an attempt to pick off, all you have to do is throw it.
Yeah.
And they're going to stick with it, it looks like.
If you step off, you do have to throw it.
Yes.
Which, obviously, that happened. I kind of got faked out by myself. I thought they were trying to look back Mr. Randall to first and ended up throwing in a situation we kind of talked about with 2 outs, full count, when
Yeah.
you got to take off and usually don't have a first baseman covering first there.
Yep.
All right, here's the payoff pitch. Randall trying to steal third. It's called strike 3. Good pitching there from Colton Williams. Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout. And that will be no runs for Carl Albert in the bottom of the 4th inning. We will now head to the bottom of the 5th. Titans up 4-1 against Noble right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
And welcome back to Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, happy to be joined by Jared Price. And Jared, talking about off the air, that was just a strange ball called, but made no impact on things.
Yeah, it was. I'm not entirely sure what the rule in high school is. I believe in college and professionally, if you step off to make an attempt at first, you have to throw it. And I think the word is in the vicinity of the base. I think he did just that, but didn't have any effect on the inning.
So at the top of the 5th, and it's still Cash Ferris's ball game.
Yep.
And we're glad about that because he's entertaining and he's a draw on his own. I mean, our first time we had Cash on the Oklahoma Sports Network last year, he pitched a no-hitter against Del City. And we've done a couple of video features on him, once last year and one earlier this year.
Yeah, he's a really, really talented arm, and he's a fun personality too. He's a fun kid to be around.
Trent Short as the batter now. And he swings and misses at the first pitch, and that was just see if you can catch me, and you probably can't type of pitch from Cash Ferris.
Yeah, that looked like it had a little something on it. There was another one.
He's doing what you wanted. He's just going right after the
absolutely
fastball. Now do you consider throwing a breaking ball? We'll see. Took something off that, and that is in foul territory.
Yeah, looked like a slider there. I think personally he should go back to the fastball, but he may have saw something that we didn't.
The ball was fouled. The Bobby Lewis foul ball over the Noble dugout and remains strike 2. Oh, good job fouling that one off because he just got a piece of it. Did Shortez, and the count remains 0-2 as that is another Bobby Lewis foul ball. Well, I'd say the fact that Cash is still in shows that Coach Wiley respects Noble's ability to come back here.
Yes, absolutely.
0-2 delivery. Hit right back to Cash Ferris, who tossed it over to Mr. Randall for an easy out number 1. That's about as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it does. I think it's a twofold answer here. I think Whiteley respects the Noble lineup, and it's certainly good to see that Cash still feels good out there, and that arm's not bothering him. He was going through a bit of an arm trouble early in the year, so that's nice to see that he's still in the game.
First pitch swinging goes to Declan Murphy, who gets the out at first. Out number 2 is turning into a quick inning perhaps for Cash Ferris.
Yeah, it is. He's going to try and go right at this guy and make it a quick one.
It's Chaz Whitmire who grounded out there. And Trevor Rudd, the left fielder, will now be batting. Glad to see Declan Murphy make a play. I mean, he plays all over the place. And just a great two options for Carl Albert. You think about Declan Murphy pitching.
Yep.
Well, has such command, and then the stuff from Cash Ferris. He gets that in the count there, 0-1. Well, of course, also has good command.
Yep.
And that hit the batter. Just as I say that, he hits the batter. Still, you wouldn't say he doesn't have good command, but
yes, he definitely does.
From there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, outstanding.
I think he was just trying to get to the inside corner there, and it slipped away from him a little bit. First blemish on the day, I would say, from Cash. He's looked sharp overall.
Well, again, he gets to face a freshman here, so I don't know if you've been in a situation where you're an upperclassman, you see a freshman's batting, and you, especially if it's the bottom of the order, you're like, yeah, I want to make quick work of this guy. Goes back to first to Randall. Randall applies the tag, but Rudd's back easily. Rudd, you have to consider maybe a threat to steal.
Yep. Good pitch.
Took something off that. It's a breaking ball, strike one.
Yep.
Strike two there, and Harless wanted to throw back to first, but couldn't corral the ball. Rudd gets back to first. And now Cash is a strike away from ending this inning.
Yeah, you would think he'd want to put all focus on the hitter here.
Oh, 2 pitch.
Good pitch.
Off the nub of the bat, Hutch Russell will easily get to it and get the out at first. So some easy ground outs there in this inning. And Noble goes down. One guy reached base on hit by pitch, and that was it. Score remains 4-1. Carl Albert leading the Bears right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
Welcome back to Mid-Dale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We're now in the 5th inning. Top of the 5th inning brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings in Dale City. We've got the Oklahoma Sports, or the Mid-Dale Sports Report coming up. Carl Albert. I should say this is the bottom of the inning, my mistake. Bottom of the 5th inning. Carl Albert batting now, so that it makes this the Rose State inning. Carl Albert with a 4-1 lead. Saving money on college is easy at Rose State. Concurrent enrollment allows students to earn up to 27 tuition-free hours of college credit while still in high school. Apply today at rose.edu/concurrent. Bottom of the order for Carl Albert. He's led off a couple times, has Tylen Holman. Drew a walk his last trip to the plate. He's looking to duplicate that. Pitches inside for a ball. Good pitch there as that catches the outside corner. Count goes 1-1. Tylen Holman is one of the seniors on Carl Albert. Didn't play a lot last year, but has taken the center field spot on a regular basis. Good eye there. Count goes 2-1. Of course, this is this batting order here is all seniors except for Declan Murphy.
Yeah, that's going to be a big help going into the playoffs.
That ball is pulled, foul, and Declan Murphy is a junior. He's a pretty experienced junior, too.
Yeah, he is.
So he's more experienced than a lot of the seniors at the bottom of the order. That's Bobby Lewis foul ball. Swung on and missed.
Good pitch.
Good pitch there from Williams, getting the Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout. And that's one away. Declan Murphy will now come up to bat.
Yeah, the experience is something that Carl Albert's going to use to their advantage. You can't coach playoff experience. So it's nice to get some of these young guys in the mix early.
The one time Declan Murphy reached first was on an error, so he does not have a hit. He hasn't gotten on base other than that. So I'm sure he's going to try to change that his fourth time up.
Yep.
Almost got hit there. Ball one. Murphy, a versatile player, and appears to be the leadoff hitter for now. Of course, Mason Novotny was the leadoff hitter for Carl Albert's stretch run, right now batting seventh.
Yep. Certainly have a couple of options.
Yeah. Count now goes 2-1 to Declan. Fouls that one off. Count goes 2-2. And there's a Noble coach just coming out to get a baseball that was fouled off. Carl Albert and Noble, by the way, they will be district rivals in football next year. Of course, I say that. The districts for football and other sports for next year may have gotten blown up a bit by the recent court ruling. That ball is fouled out of play. So the count remains 2-2. That's a Bobby Lewis foul ball. Don't expect too much to change, though, but maybe a little bit of moving around. The big story in 5A for football will be Elgin going back down to 4A.
Yeah.
They're very much a contender here. So, but the expectation is here, as that is a good take there from Murphy for the count to go full, is that Noble and Carl Albert will be district rivals in football for the next two falls.
Yeah. Those should make for some pretty high-level matchups.
Pitched outside, ball four, so the leadoff hitter does what you want him to do, draw a walk.
Yeah, good at bat there.
And as you know, of course, Noble and Carl Albert have met a few times in basketball. They used to be scheduled to do so in the regular season.
Yep.
They got moved to different districts for when they start district play, but they still, you guys still beat them in the playoffs.
I think we had them the first round of regionals, and we took care of business.
Here's Sammy Gonzalez hoping to take care of business, takes the ball there. Gonzalez got an RBI via the hit by pitch his last at bat. Had a single before that. Pitch outside for ball two. Here's to see again, what type of base running threat is Declan Murphy? What does he try to do with the meat of the order coming up now?
Yeah, I think if you got a clear shot, you can take it, but you want to leave it up to these big bats coming up.
Yeah. Pitch is fouled off. And, again, Trevor Hand is got to take him seriously because he's been a long-time catcher.
Yep.
Behind the plate for Noble.
I think it's got to be a sure shot to try and take second, especially with Sammy and Hutch and Tanner coming up.
Gonzalez heading the count now 2-1. They go back to first. Murphy gets back easily. So Noble is paying attention to him here. Pitch low and outside. Count goes 3-1. Hutch Russell and Tanner Norman are due up here. And, you know, Noble's been very careful in the middle of the order, with the middle of the order of Carl Albert. Sometimes too careful. They've hit batters because of that.
Yeah.
Not wanting to throw anything over the plate. And that's a 3-1 pitch that And hey, just keep passing the buck forward. If you draw a walk and you get a set of Hutch Russell, that's a pretty good thing.
Yep, I think like you mentioned, they're just trying to be a touch too careful with the middle of the order. But you don't want to leave one over the plate and regret it.
So Gonzalez has now reached first base 3 out of his 4 trips to the plate. And Hutch Russell, who's been hit all 3 times, takes the ball there. That's amazing. Hit by a pitch 3 times.
Yeah, you would think he'd want to try and get a swing off here. But I don't think he'd be too mad at getting on base 4 times.
No, he's been very productive. Swings at a pitch there, puts the ball in play towards left field. Getting under it's Trevor Rudd for out number 2. So that's the first time they retire Hutch.
Yeah.
And here comes Tanner Norman now. He's had some RBI opportunities here this game. I think he's had at least 2 base runners every time he's come to the plate. That pitch gets away from hand, and both base runners will advance easily. Murphy moving to third, Gonzalez moving to second.
Chance to potentially drive in 2 here for Tanner. If he gets one over the plate, he's got potential to do some damage.
Yeah, the sun's really starting to shine past the left field line there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Tanner Norman knows that as a left-handed hitter. Pitch outside, of course. Now Tanner has to be thinking, yeah, they're not going to want to pitch to me with first base open.
Yeah, you want to be really, really selective.
Easton Perkins is due up if Norman gets on base. That catches the outside corner, strike 1. It's a good pitch there from Williams.
Yeah, it was.
Wonder if we'll keep trying to nibble that corner here. 2-1 now the count. Pitch well outside, and the count goes to 3-1.
Looks like they're trying to be really, really careful with Tanner with a base open.
Norman flew out to left field. Got hit by a pitch his previous at bat from that. See what he does, 3-1. You know he has the green light, but will he take it? He does, and he fouls it off. And you mentioned his last at bat. He felt like he just missed that pitch when he flew out to left field.
Yeah, sometimes that's kind of just part of baseball. You feel right on time, put a really good swing on it, and just happen to miss-hit it. That's kind of part of baseball.
Yeah, he's still kind of getting reacclimated out there because he missed some games too with a shoulder injury from baseball or for football. He sends that one to the outfield, and that's going to be the center fielder Bryson Carey getting the 3rd out. And that will do it for Carl Albert in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Your score, Carl Albert 4, Norman Noble 1 on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
Welcome back to Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We're here at Carl Albert High School in a matchup between the teams that were in the preseason ranked 1 and 2, the Carl Albert Titans and the Noble Bears. And they will finish 1 and 2, you would think. There's still maybe like a scenario where Noble falls behind Guthrie. This is the top of the 6th inning, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. And Jared, who's joining me, Jared Price. Cash Ferris still out there, and he has a no-hitter going. So this is really interesting here.
Yeah, I think that may be one of the reasons they're leaving him in so long, but as a lifelong ball player and a man of superstition, we won't bring it up too much. Hopefully we don't jinx it.
I will not talk about it until after the game.
That's just the ball player in me, though.
Yeah. After the game, I might bring it, or after he gives up a hit, just in case. All right, back to the top of the order, Bryson Carey, the center fielder who struck out his first at bat, grounded to second base. He puts that one in play, and there it is. There's the first base hit for Noble.
That was a good swing.
I see why you're superstitious.
That's all right. That's kind of just something us ball players do. That was a good swing, though.
Well, you know he's a leadoff hitter for a reason, and Noble's still very much in this thing. That's the other thing. You're not going to assume a 4-1 lead is safe.
Yeah.
Even though, being Carl Albert, you know they got good pitching options whenever they do take Cash out. And Coach Wiley mentioned to me Mason Avery is a candidate to be the second pitcher if they go that route. That pitch is outside, ball 1. Colton Williams is up. He's the pitcher now. He has struck out twice. Noble seeing if they can string together some base runners. Ferris goes back. Oh, he got him. Cash Ferris showing all his talents as a pitcher with a pickoff move, with the pickoff play there.
Yeah, that's a big out.
And Bryson Carey, that is not a good out for Noble. And now we have one out for Carl Albert, so I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, you get your first hit and get a guy on against a guy like Cash, you want to take advantage of it, and he made a really, really good pickoff move and got him.
2-0 now to Colton Williams. Good thing he got him because now this is 3-0.
Yep.
Good cheese there. That makes the count 3-1. Don't believe that's strike 2. I don't believe Ferris has walked anybody either. Now, there's been a hit by pitch.
Yeah, I don't believe so.
A couple of base runs for each being error, so he did not have a perfect game heading into this inning. To center field.
Good play.
Holman will be there. Holman will be there for the out. So that's a long out number 2. For the most part, Cash has been very economical here. And after the first couple innings, his defense has been pretty good. Pitch catches nope, it's outside for a ball. Batter now for Noble is Jackson Steele. Flat out to right field.
Good pitch.
His first at bat, and that pitch there's a strike. Well, out to second base, his last at bat. Swings there, just fouls it off. Bobby Lewis foul ball. Count goes 1-2.
Good
That's
battle.
fouled off. Bobby Lewis. And we appreciate all he does for Middale sports. Football, basketball, and now baseball. Also wrestling this year. Count remains 1-2 here. That one's high, ball 2. Carl Albert with 4 runs on 6 hits. To Declan Murphy. Throw to first.
Good play.
Easy out there as he got to Mr. Randall in time. And the score remains 4-1 heading into the bottom of the 6th inning right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business. And always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell. Call them at 405-642-8558.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
All right, welcome back to Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, Jared Price here. We head to the Buffalo Wild Wings top of the 7th. Carl Albert 3 outs away from finishing off the Noble Bears and going undefeated in district. And Cash Ferris will stay to do the job. And assuming he does, he will easily be our player of the game. Here's Weston Randolph. Grounded out to second and ground out to pitcher here this game. Ferris just misses there. So we apologize. We didn't have our audio going the last inning, but you did say, Jared, you have played some regular season games at Bricktown.
I did. We got to play there in the regular season a couple of times, but we never got to play the state tournament there. But
yeah.
As I was mentioning, once you get in the atmosphere of it, you're not too concerned about what ballpark you're playing at. You're trying to take care of business, and it's fun regardless of where you're playing at.
Ground out to Hutch Russell there for the first out of the inning. Again, Noble really has not hit too many balls hard here. And Trevor Hand will now get another swing at it. And he will be aggressive here, so it puts the first pitch in play.
Out number 2.
And that is fielded for out number 2. So this might be a quick one here.
Exactly what Cash wanted to do out in the last inning. You would think his pitch count's pretty high, so he probably wants to be as efficient as he can. Get this thing over with.
Here comes Shortez, who has also ground out to the pitcher in this game. Final hope for Noble. Boy, they're being aggressive right now, swinging at the first pitch. And he swung and missed there, strike 1. So what was the context, though, of playing regular season games at Bricktown?
I think it was just no, we played – I can't remember if it – I don't think it was a tournament. I think they were just running, some sort of deal to let some high school teams around the area come play a game there, and it was a lot of fun. It was really, really cool.
Count goes 1-1 to Shortez.
Good pitch.
1-2. And Noble down to their final strike. Cash Ferris a strike away from having a complete game. One hitter. Here's the 1-2 pitch.
There it goes.
Swung on and missed. They're going to have to throw to first, but that should be an easy one. It is. Harless throws to Randall, and that is it. Carl Albert goes undefeated in district play. They have defeated the Noble Bears, the team that came in second in the standings, and they sweep the Bears by a score of 4-1. Cash Ferris, easy choice for a player of the game. But, Jared, let's look at the bigger picture here.
Okay.
Going undefeated in district and winning district, what does that do as far as confidence or feelings and stuff like that?
Man, that's huge. I know there were a couple of games that they kind of ran away with, but, this district isn't easy. And so they had a few games that they really had to play well down to the wire and a couple of playoff atmospheres. And I think the Carl Albert guys' experience is a big advantage for them, and I think they use that towards the end of the stretch, and I certainly like their chances going into the playoffs, that's for sure.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and announce the obvious Louis player of the game. So Louis in Midwest City, they're in your neighborhood. They're located at 6007 Southeast 15th Street. Wide variety of good dishes, so if you want to go there to watch a game, of course, Buffalo Wild Wings is a great place to do that as well. But Louis, we love them. They've done a lot for the Oklahoma Sports Network as well as far as broadcasting Middale games. And, of course, the player of the game is going to be Cash Ferris.
Yeah.
And they might count, and I could be off here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts is what I have.
Yeah, seems accurate. He looked really, really sharp tonight. His stuff looked electric, and you said it a couple of times. When he rips that fastball, the pop of the mitt sounds a little different than everybody else. So that is a huge advantage for the Titans to get him back and to show that his arm's feeling better and he's got the stamina to go a complete game. They're going to go into the playoffs with a lot of pitching options. That's for sure.
Yeah, and what can happen in 5A, Jared, is you don't have to use one of your better pitchers in that first game oftentimes.
Yeah.
And especially if you're the top seed. And that's just how it is in 5A. 6A may be a little more harder to do that.
Yeah.
But especially if you're the top seed and you're playing a team that finished last or second to last in the other district on your side of the state. And, so we don't – you save those pitchers for the games after you win.
Yep.
And whether for Carl Albert, that could be a Lawton MacArthur or an Altus. Well, if you have Declan Murphy as one option and Cash Ferris as another in those games, you got to beat them twice. That's it's going to be hard to stop. I love Carl Albert's chances to get to state this year.
Yeah, I do too. I think their biggest calling card is going to be their pitching staff and their experience. They've had half of the lineup, if not 3/4 of the lineup, that have been in state tournaments for 3 seasons now, and you can't coach that experience. And so I think their pitching staff and relying on their experience is going to take them a long way. I like their chances a lot too.
Yeah, absolutely. We will try to cover all those games. I say try. We should. We were able to get them on at Jinx last year, thanks to the fact that one of our announcers you announced with last week, Josh Calloway, has Tulsa roots. So
nice.
Easy for him to go up there and do that.
Yeah.
And we hope to do that here when it's in Oklahoma, the Oklahoma City Metro. But let's first things first. So the next baseball game on the Oklahoma Sports Network is senior night for Carl Albert in 6 days. They host Del City, so we want to get Del City on if we can. And it's important to cover Carl Albert for senior night because this team is loaded with seniors.
Yeah.
And a lot of them have had memorable careers at Carl Albert, and they will go on to do really good things playing college baseball next year and beyond. So there's some players that we got to give some love to. And, of course, if that game takes place, if it's canceled because of weather, it probably will not be made up. So hopefully we'll be able to get that game on.
Yeah.
Josh Calloway will be back for that along with Jared, and I'll be there, too, to hopefully interview some seniors. That's the plan. And then we have regionals, and the Oklahoma Sports Network expects at this point, again, we got to see if things work out in our favor, to be at Carl Albert, Elgin, and wherever Midwest City's going, probably Noble, but in case it's Guthrie, there's still maybe an outside chance of that. And we will have those games for you, and we're looking forward to it. All right, Jared, thanks again. You're getting more and more comfortable at this.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on. It was a good one.
Yeah, you got the perspective only few can have, and it was a good one. Only 4-1, so it's not like Noble wasn't competitive in this game. All right, we want to go over once again our sponsors, say thank you to them. Our starting lineup sponsors, of course, brought to you by Sherpa. We just mentioned our player of the game sponsor, brought to you by Louis. Our inning sponsors, top of the inning, Buffalo Wild Wings in Del City. Bottom of the inning, Rose State. Eastside Church of Christ, we've got a few of those replays on. They are our replay sponsor. And then, of course, our strikeout sponsor, Dynamic Health Clinic in Hera, and our foul ball sponsor, Bobby Lewis Insurance. Once again, we look forward to bringing you baseball next week and beyond. And we also look forward to bringing you the Mid-Del Sports Report. We'll be talking Carl Albert sports next week. Tomorrow we should be talking some Del City spring sports. And one final thing to mention on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Thursday will be a big track meet at Carl Albert High School. It will be the conference meet.
Yep.
And recently some things went in our favor, and we got the advertising we need, and we'll have that for you whenever it's taken place. Thursday also has a rain forecast, so we'll see what day we get it on. But if not Thursday, hopefully Friday or sometime over the weekend, we will have the track meet for you as well. And several Oklahoma Sports Network schools are there, including Del City, and I also believe Elgin and Lawton MacArthur and Altus are there. So a lot to look forward to on the Oklahoma Sports Network. All right, once again, I also want to thank Amaya Robinson for being our camera operator. For Jared Price, I'm Jordan Ray. Thanks again for watching Mid-Del Sports on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.